Man, I don't even know. Ugh. Ugh. I hate being sick. Oh, it's the worst. Hold on. Oh, I hate my life today. Okay, that's done. Refresh, that's done. Mute, that's done. Okay. Holy cow. Let me link the Discord. Oh. Sorry, I'm just really out of it right now. Hello, Tebred. Hi. How you doing? Cause I'm tired and I'm sick. I can't breathe through my nose. Maybe a little. But not enough to like breathe, but enough to like retain sanity, if you know what I mean. Oh my goodness. I am dying right now. Oh, I hate being sick. Oh, it's disgusting and I feel gross. I want to take a shower again, but I've taken like 3 showers today. Ugh. Okay, so today we're not doing SDL. We're just gonna have fun. You know, we're gonna, I don't know if we're gonna like make another game, but we're gonna have fun. I think, I don't know, maybe we should make like a calculator. I can do that in like 3 hours, right? I bet I could make a calculator in 3 hours. Did you get the COVID? I don't know, but I think I just have a head cold. COVID was a lot worse for me. COVID was like a disaster. Okay, get rid of this. Keep the texture, keep the error report, keep the initialize. Drop this. Drop this. Basically, I want to like have like a point blank SDL like booting, so that way whenever we make a new program, oh god, we just have like a place to start. Oh, I dropped everything. Oh jeez. Get well soon, thank you. Oh my goodness. Chat, oh, it's a disaster today, let me tell you. Okay, let's just get rid of all this and delete. I want like super basic setup. Get rid of this. Okay, so I think what we do is we save this. Oh, this needs to be render. Hold on. I need to prototype this. Okay. So yeah, so this is like really basic. This is just going to be a rectangle, right? There. Okay, sweet. I want to make a calculator. I feel like that's going to be a good lesson. Even your IDE looks ill. Okay, first, let's save it here. Save all. Can I like save output as? Is that like a thing? Save as. How do I like save the project? And then like do whatever with it. Can I like save output as a TXT file? I don't know. Anyway, Lurkin, you look super tired. I know, I'm not great today up at Derpski. No, don't make me buzz. Okay, there's your B, okay? I'm not even in the mood to say buzz, all right? So we're gonna make a calculator. I feel like it's nice and it's gonna be easy and we can make it nice and pretty. I don't know what we're gonna do about TypeScript because I wanted to learn that first, but maybe we'll just have like graphics. I could do that. Brain won't work properly when you're sick. Well, what else are we supposed to do? Play games? What is this, a game making stream? Also 20 streams. Holy shit, what's up? So I feel like, I don't know, like a calculator would be really easy, right? Maybe this isn't a, you learning TypeScript now? No, not TypeScript, I'm sorry. when you have like printed font on the main window and you use like a font here like Times New Roman, that must be easy. Anyway, God, what else are we gonna do if not programming though? Like, are we really playing video games in 2024? I don't want to play video games today. Dude, it's easier for me to program than it is to make video games. I feel like we should program. Okay. 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 If we're gonna make a calculator, we have like a texture like render thing, so we can render whatever picture we want. I feel like here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a class, and in this class, we're gonna have button. All buttons go in this class, and this is defined as button parameter. Oh wait, public's right. And in this button thing, what are we gonna define here? What do we want? We need SDL rectangle size of button. Make a binary calculator, just 0 and 1. No, we can do more things than that. So I'm thinking we're gonna have the numbers 0 through 9. We're gonna have a clear. We're gonna have a plus, multiply, divide, minus, and I think that's a good start. I don't want to do like tangent and shit. That's brown nosing. Okay, so we need the size of the button. Int. No. Yes, int. Actually, is that gonna matter? If I'm gonna take input and we're gonna end up with decimals, is it better to start with an int and then convert it to a float? Or is it better to start with a float and then end with a float? We're probably gonna just do floats the whole time. Float, fuck. Number on number button. Gary, did you do your homework for Trig? Yeah, I did my homework with my goddamn NyQuil, if you catch my drift. Holy shit, dude, I am fucking demolished today. Also, I like how as soon as my viewership just skyrockets because of the programming streams, where we're averaging like 25 viewers a stream, I get sick. Ugh. Terrible timing. Also, why are we all the way down here? Yeah, what the fuck, Chad? Jesus Christ, you know you're bullying me? Get back up there. The hell? Okay. So we're gonna have the number of the button, basically the, well, maybe we should be careful, right? Because these buttons are also going to be... I got a stupid question, chat. Should I make this a pointer? So that way, when I create the class object, if it's like the plus sign or the minus sign of the button of whatever I do, and I could just set it to null? Or should that always be a float? And then I just set it to 0? I guess it doesn't matter, does it? I guess, you know what I should have is like bool, int check. That way, if int check is true, then I check for float. Or if int check is true, then consider the float. If int check is false, then don't do the float. Maybe that's a better way to do it. What is number button? The number on button. There you go. So like if int check is true, then float, you know? Bool is number. No. Oh, there you go. That's a better one. You're right. Is button. Oh, I guess that is a better. Is it normal to use underscoring in variable names? I guess Boolean is different than like a float, you know? So I guess number of button. And then the rectangle is size of button. I don't like using underscores in public class variables, because when I do the private shit, it's gonna be like is button underscore, and that's just gonna look weird, right? I don't know if I like this situation. I think I like it better when there's none of this, and then I only have the underscore in the private, because I know I'm gonna get that shit confused. Number on button should be a string. You think so? Why would it be a string? I mean, I understand that I could create the object. Why would that be a string? Wouldn't you want the hard number? That's why I'm making it a float instead of an integer, because we're going to be adding, subtracting, dividing these numbers together, and I don't want to have to convert like a bunch of variables. In Google C++ style guide recommends snake case, which a lot of projects follow. Well, fuck. This is just a generic button, right? Well, this is for all buttons. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, clear, plus, minus, divide. Yeah, this is just all buttons. So I feel like the first thing we're going to check, maybe switching these is better. The first thing we're going to check is it a button? Like, sorry, hold on. Why did I put bool is button? That's not true. Is number button. Because if it's not the number, or if it is the number button, then we check number on button. You know? That's why I kind of want to make this a pointer so I can put it as null if I don't need it, but I guess if we're doing this, it doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly what's up, where I only want to ever check this if this is the true, you know? Chat, when I make objects, I know a lot of this is going to be like in here, you know? Like, I know this is how it's going to turn out. And then this is going to ask for the parameters. So it's like I'm not actually going to do this. A, B, C, A, B, C. You know, I get it. The thing is the thing is I, do I have to put it in here? Is that what's going on? Hold on. Ah. Wait, that doesn't work? Wait, am I dumb? Why doesn't this work? Oh, because this isn't an SDL rect. And I'm making them twice. All right, chat, shut up. I know. Okay. The hell? Incomplete type. Oh, this is SDL rect A. There we go. That's why I need it. I think this is not a great way, but to be honest, I won't go too hard on you today. If you want to go full object-oriented programming, I guess this is a good day because we're not going to be following any tutorials. Maybe we do learn about inheritance. So I guess if that's the case, what? Well, I guess I got a question, chat. If we're going to be making, I've never done inheritance before. When we create the class object, we also specify what's under it, but how do I even syntax this? So like when we're in main, imagine this is main for a second. Let's use our imagination. And we do like button, you know, 7. Oof, 7. And then we give it parameters and shit. If we're going to do inheritance, do I have to do button, do, you know, number button 7 and then do it like that? And if so, what parameters am I giving it? Do parent classes have their own parameters that you then separate with like another set of brackets or something? You should get a linter. What, to clean up lint? You're assigning it the wrong way. Swap a size of button. No, I did it right. Oh, no, I didn't wrong. Oh, you're right. Oh, shit. That's right. Because this is the input that we take in. This is the value. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. You're absolutely correct. See that, chat? That's called brains. That shouldn't be there. Obviously, we're not going to call this A, B, and C in the end, but bear with me a second. Yeah, because these are the numbers that get assigned. Class, my button, public button, parameters. It goes in the subclass. Oh. So you're saying when we make it, it's going to end up being button number? Huh. I don't know. I never really thought how you would make something. Like, I know when you make the class, it's going to be... Is it class, my button, public button, code? That's how you do that? There's no shot. I'm messing up the syntax. Try the extension? No, I'd like to avoid extensions right now. We're already kind of pushing it with SDL. Lowercase public? Oh, shit. Oh, that worked. So instead of my button, we'll call it int button. Okay, so I guess we'll check for a boolean. So I guess all I care about is the size of the button, right? Because under the class button, we're gonna make every button clickable. Every button takes one operation that's gonna go through like do operation that user does, and that'll be part of the loop. Is there anything else that divides them? Because you can do multiple adds in a row, right? You can do 7 plus 7 plus 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 plus, and it'll just keep adding sevens, right? So that is possible. So there really is just nothing else we care about besides the size of the, maybe the way it looks. Maybe we could make, you know what we could do is make a dotted line around the last clicked, in which case it would be recently clicked. So do I need a struct then? I don't think I do. No, yes I do. I'm inputting this information. Size of button. Then SDL rect, and this is going to be smaller than that. Recently clicked. And that's it, right? That's all the information a button was ever going to have at its most basic level, right? You're right, Gary, there is no shot. Oh, geez. And the label on the bottom, you're going to need that to render text using SDL TTF. Well, we haven't touched that yet. I'm not worried about that. I can I can use JPEGs of numbers for now. You need a state for the button. Normal, hover, active, clicked. Do I? I don't think I do. Because unless I'm using different, like, PNGs to, like, change the alpha level of the button or something to make it brighter, I don't want to get fancy. This is just a basic calculator, right? So in terms of SDL, the only thing I'm going to need is to click it and the size of the rectangle that everything's going to go in. Yeah, I don't need anything else, do I? I don't need to, like, hover it. It's not like holding it's going to make a difference. I don't even need to check if it... I don't even need to check if the mouse is hovering it. There's no, like, there's nothing else to really add there, you know? Oh, I guess I do need an equal sign, too. Okay. So let's imagine it's an integer. Now, I'm assuming this is all I need for now, right? I'm assuming this is all I need. Oh, I guess I could have a render image. So like render. And I phrase it like that on purpose because SDL texture pointer, because I've already made the function. I don't need to prototype this, I don't think. Oh. Oh, I do need to prototype it. What? What? Oh, chat. So this is now SDL button render. Why does that still not work? Oh, there we go. Now I don't. Okay, sweet. Now it works. To be honest, you don't even need inheritance, just a properly enumerated tag where you give it like enumerating button kind. Yeah, but we might as well learn it today to learn something, you know? Oh god. Might as well learn something, right? Oh jeez. Oh. Isn't it amazing, chat? You miss one day of streaming and you lose half your viewership. That's the way the world works. Okay, so we need to pass a renderer, pass a what? Okay, fine, great. So that'll be the picture on the button. Now we're gonna make if it's an integer button. Well, we're gonna need a float, and that's gonna be called this is making me paranoid. Hold on. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. Okay, so great. Now under this, we have float up on the button. Float number on button. What else do we need here? Is there anything else I care about on the integer aspect of what's on a button? Does a float always have to have a decimal? I don't think so, right? Because I'm assuming if it's like 8, it's gonna, a float would account for a decimal place, like 0.0 already, right? I don't need to like 8.0. Is there anything else a number button would specifically want to be on a calculator? Let me think. It wants to be negative. That needs to be a thing. Do I care about like is negative? Like a Boolean? And then just multiply it by -1 if it is? No, that would go into like a function or something, right? And then we can make like a whole button where it's like the minus button, right? That's fine. I guess I could worry about how big this number is going to be, but I can change that later. And then we call it int button this, where it's going to be float number on button. I'm assuming inherited classes can have structs, you know? I don't know how the syntax is going to look, but there you go. It will implicitly cast to 8.0. Sweet. Jack, hello. Oh, I want to sneeze. I'm not going to sneeze. I'm not going to sneeze. Oh, disaster, chat. Disaster. Okay. So now we have our int button. Then we're going to need our other button. Operator buttons. Public button. Then we're gonna take in, ooh, how do we assign the operator? Well, it would have to be function based, right? I can't give something like, you know. Oh, that's gonna be difficult. I guess it's gonna be like calling functions then. This is gonna be a different kind of class. Oh, wait, how do I do this? It's not going to be a switch statement, obviously. Ooh, that's going to be difficult. Do I need a function to, like, assign an operator? Let me think. If I'm going to have, like, the multiply button, what information do I need for that that's not going to be found as, like, a number? Well, it would need to call a function based on previously inputted. Oh, geez. When we press that button, we've already pressed like 7, then we multiply. So it's going to take that 7 that was previously input from the int button class object. It's going to take that object and then it's going to multiply it by whatever number you input next. Oh, geez. I'm trying to think about how to do this. I guess we need something in here that allows us to create a call a function whenever we use it. IEE 754 floating point is a bit weird. So if you divide by 0, you're going to see some weird stuff like infinity. Otherwise that you're probably fine. Based. So let me think. We need something to where if we press the button, we call a function. It's so hard to think right now. I can barely breathe through my nose. If we press the multiply button, it's going to call a function that multiplies. But all of these functions on these operator buttons are going to operate the same. Take the previous int button press. Expect what to do with it, and then plug in the last value after what you want to do with it. I'm wondering just if we even need to make it a class then. I guess so, right? You can't make... It does need... I guess I could just make it a button and just a generic button. But it does need a little more information than that though, right? Operation kind... A numerator? I mean, I guess there's only going to be like 5, 6 choices, right? Equal sign, plus, minus, divide, multiply, clear. That's like the basic 6 like operator buttons. Is that good to just have it as an enumerator? And then have a switch case that says when the operator button is pressed, based on what operator it was, do the switch. I guess I could just do that. Okay, that's fine. In which case I would put it in here, right? Enum. Oh wait, does this need parentheses? Chat, I've done like 3 enumerators in my life. I'm not gonna lie. It must be curly braces, right? We're gonna have an enumerator and we're gonna call it operator button kind. You put it outside. Operator doesn't care about the button. You can put it outside. The operator does not care about the button. Well, we kind of care, right? Because you're only ever gonna... The way we find that enumerator, the value of it, is by making a button that explicitly calls that enumerated value whenever we need it. So there does need to be a button of some kind, and this does not contain the information in order to do that, right? All this cares about is like the outline of it. It's like, how big is the button you're gonna press? The recently clicked, like if it is, then, you know, give it like a dotted line inside, and then rendering the thing with whatever picture we have. That's all that does. Well, if you name your operator button kind, then it cares, but if you name it operator kind, then it doesn't care. What? God, it's so hard to think. Yeah, we can make the enumerator outside of the class, I guess, but I'm just thinking about how I should phrase this. If we make it operator button kind, when we make the multiply, divide, whatever button, it's going to be calling a function depending on the kind. So I guess this is like an enumerator switch case. I guess I don't need this at all, but I feel like there should be something in here, because if I don't have this, we're gonna make an object button that does not call an int button, but then is also going to be attached to an enumerator of some kind. So do I just make the multiply button? I feel like this is the kind of case we would have like an enumerator with that, you know? That. And we would have add, subtract, multiply, divide, clear, equal, like that, right? The only practical difference is you type more based. I feel like equal should be 0 then, right? I feel like this should go up one more. I hope that works. Does it run right now? No. No appropriate default constructor available. Am I missing a semicolon? No appropriate default constructor available. What does that mean? No default constructor exists for the class button. Wait, am I calling this button as well? How does that work? Something's going on with my, you need to initialize the base class. So am I calling button like that and that's it? No. Huh, all right, let's do some reading. Let's find out together. Ooh, holy flashbang, Jesus. Okay. Control F. In hair. Okay. Order of construction of derived classes, constructors, and initializers of derived classes. Okay. Class derived, public base, derived. M cost. Cost. Get. Wait. Double get cost. What? For non-derived classes, constructors only have to worry about their own members. For example, consider base. We can create a base object like this. Okay. Derived classes, things are more complex. Derived, that, which is class derived. Okay. So what is the correct answer here? Derive double. Base ID, M cost equals cost. Call base int constructor with value ID. Oh. So we're calling it. So this needs to be three things. We're calling rectangles based on the value of button, right? MID, which is this, is equal to ID, which is this. So this whole phrase is base int ID. Then in the member as inherited, we have base ID as a derivative. Call base int constructor with value of ID. Int ID is equal to 0. Okay, so what it's actually saying is that we need to copy, we need to paste then up here, we need to call SDL rect, just to try this, and then SDL rect B, SDL rect A, SDL rect B, and then this is going to be just AB. And this is float. Okay, this is how I do it. Button has no appropriate default constructor. What do you mean? It's right here. Oh, is this? No, it is button. Is it curly braces? Ah. No. Int button, button, rectangle, recently clicked, curly braces. Int button, button. Int button with a float. Doesn't need a float, right? Unless this new button is, yeah. Yeah, this is correct. Int button, whatever's in there, so A, B. Button. Rectangle recently clicked. What? Okay, so int button, the float number, which is there, SDL rect, and bool recently clicked. Well, no, recently clicked not going to be a bool. I'm sorry, just to be clear. It's going to be a separate rectangle that gets drawn when we click it. It is supposed to be a rectangle. So that is, you know, a rectangle. I know we're missing a semicolon, but that doesn't actually solve our problem here. You think it would, but in this case, we're still missing a default constructor for class button. But this is the default constructor, right? The colon is syntax for member initialization list. Int button, this, colon. Oh, I'm missing a colon. Oh, you're saying parentheses, colon, move this up here, and then call it? Oh, that's confusing. I mean, I get it, but okay, now I get it. So this is saying this is what you have to derive from this. So now it's gonna run. Okay, sweet. Okay, now in order to run it, because this is what we're gonna be making, it's a rectangle, same exact up here, size of button, recently clicked, and then number on the button when we make this. Okay. And the syntax, we're gonna call it int button. So in main, we're gonna make int button, and we're gonna call it 0, and it's going to have the information of it only has, oh, there we go. So it needs to have, oh wow, it needs to have 2 rectangles, size of the button. Oh geez. So we're gonna have SDL rect whatever here, SDL rect whatever here, and then it is an integer, so it's gonna have the value of 0.0. And that'll exist. So the button is going to be, for now, main window background with also main window background. Oh, we're not establishing it again, that's why. Okay, this is fine. And then we're gonna render int button SDL rect A B float number is inaccessible, declared on line 20. This is inaccessible, huh? I wonder why. So this line is inaccessible. Huh. It's a private constructor? Do I have to call it? Oh, because it's a class. Oh, chat, I'm so fucking dumb. Now I get it. All right. So this whole thing is a button because now button render. So now we're going to call. We're going to fill a rectangle. Okay. Now we're going to call button button. Oh, we're gonna make a button. Oh, we did make a button. Okay, so 0 or SDL. No, not even that. We're just gonna call 0.render, and the parameter is gonna be m renderer dot render banana dot png. Okay, this should work. It didn't work. Oh, because I didn't draw the... No, that would have rendered it. This is only the size of it, which should be the whole window. So we color it oh, hold on. We clear the render. We draw it white. We use the color white. We then render this. Oh, render copy. Oh, shit. I did the thing again. Okay, SDL. Render copy. There we go. And we're gonna call a render. Actually. Do we set a texture? SDL texture banana is equal to 0.render. There we go. Now we're gonna render copy m renderer dot render banana null pointer null pointer. Okay, this should end up with a banana the size of the screen. Ah, okay. Did you not sleep at all? Basically not, but it is what it is. That font, Brave Teddy. Sorry, I am not paying attention to chat at all, dude. I am surprised I'm even streaming right now. I can barely operate. You should get rid of that 0.render method. Why? Like, I know I get it, but like, why? Because later on, this is going to be called, you know, 0, you know, texture or something like that. Where later on, we're going to have like 0 texture whenever we want to print 0. Is this bad? And that way, every time we reference object 0 from int button, it's going to have this texture assigned to it. Is that not intended? Oh, wait, I'm dumb. No, I don't call a texture. I guess I could call for a texture here. Would that be stupid? Pick, picture of button. Should I just do that? And whenever we need to call it, we will call that texture. So it is a texture in of itself, and then do this. I don't know. It's hard to say. Write a proper 0.render that actually does rendering. The thing you call render is just merely loading a texture. What? Something like putting this? No, you don't want to keep rendering the copy, right? You don't want this in the same thing, because if you do, and you call it in the main loop, it's going to keep loading the texture forever, and that's not good. You do want it separate. I guess you could... I don't know an easy way to do that. I guess we could ask... I guess we could do something like if fruit equals... If fruit does not equal null pointer, run this code. Else, you know, else render it. Something like that. I guess that could work. Something like that. And then we call that function. So now we call this function. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, God. There we go. What's wrong with this? Oh, if it's equal to null pointer. My bad. Fruit is undefined. What? Do I need to have like a... this going on? Oh. Uninitialized local variable fruit used. I just initialized it. Oh no, I set it to null pointer every time though. That's not gonna work. Oh wait. Oh chat, I'm fucking up. No. If it's oh no, it's only gonna call the function once, chat. Fuck. Bool is actually render true, do proper error handling. Well, I just realized how I fucked up here, and it's kind of funny. So a couple of things. I'm actually screwing this up in a few ways. One, whenever I call this function, the fruit is always null pointer. Two, when it's not null pointer, if we fix that, this else statement only activates if we call the function again. So we shouldn't even have the else statement here. It should just be its own deal, right? So now that render copy bool button actually render copy, do proper error handling, do a fruit pointer class member. Well, I feel like, hold on, let's just control Z all of this. I feel like maybe a better route here would be to, I think a better route here is just to, instead of render, we just call this, what do we call this? Grab texture. Something like that. And now whenever we have the 0 texture, we grab the texture in order to get it. And then have a separate rendering function that takes care of this. But do I need it? Well, I guess we don't want this all in the main loop. I get it. Yes, you do need it. Okay. Well, what's a clean way to do that then? Let me just think out loud here. We have a texture. So if we pass a function that's going to render it, it's going to take a render and it's going to take a texture. But how is that any different than just render copying it? Because if we're going to be passing a render and a texture, what if I want to render something that needs, you might as well just be recreating SDL render copy, right? Like this is the function that takes care of all that. Unless you're saying I should have one function for grabbing the texture and rendering it, which I don't see the purpose of, you know? Like I feel like this kind of takes care of all of our problems on its own, you know? I think we're fine. Like, I get when the main thing happens. You know what? What if that's a class? Void render. And then we insert a renderer and an SDL texture pointer. Like that. Then we do render copy and we grab that line. And the reason why this kind of works here is that the rectangle is going to be defined in the class, right? Whatever button that looks like. So now we can call 0 dot render, passing the renderer and the texture. Is that a more healthy way to do this? I mean, it worked. I just don't know if it's like more understandable, you know? You have fruit as a class member, try to use it. Not anymore. Unless you're saying this. Oh, it's a class member? Oh, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. I can't grab the result of fruit unless... No, I don't want to put that function in this function, if that's even possible, and I don't think it is. I don't want to put that function in this function for a variety of reasons, right? Because if we call the render function in the main loop, we don't want to keep loading the texture. Try to use SDL texture as a class member. I did. Isn't this a class member? Then put grab texture out of the class as a free function. Wait, isn't that what I'm already doing? So on this button class, right, I am using SDL texture pointer function this. And whenever I call this function, in this case here, this 0 texture is part of this class. So could I do 0? No, I don't want to grab texture again. That's a function. Could I not just do 0? No, I can't, right? Yeah, you can't convert it to a texture pointer. So I guess, what do you do here? Let's see here. Use SDL texture pointer texture underscore as a class member, then move that grab texture out of the class as a free function. So just move this out. Then use the result of grab texture to initialize the texture by using a button constructor. By grabbing the string? Because the button thing won't take a function, right? I understand what you're saying, right? You want to move this out, and then as part of initializing the button, make a texture called, what did you say? Texture. And what you want is basically for us to grab the texture as part of the operators by calling this function. So when we make int button, we're actually calling a third one here called grab texture. M renderer dot render comma banana dot png. You guys don't even see this. Comma 0. Like that, right? I mean, it's a thing that we could do. SDL texture rectangle recent. Well, why would I want to do that? What's up? I understand principally what you're trying to get me to do. I get it. I understand it. I just don't know, like, what's the practical reason for it? Like, why would I not want to just use, you know, whatever. What did I say here? 0 texture. Why would I not just want to call, like, the render function? Is it because you don't like me making pointers right here in the main function just because it looks ugly? Or is this like a scalability issue where you're trying to, like, if we want to add more buttons, like 11 or something, it's a lot easier to do? I just don't know, like, the why. Like, I understand the how. I completely, oh God, I hate being sick. Oh, Jesus Christ, never get sick. Preox. Yeah, I get it. What's up? So what's the reason though? Like, what's the lesson to be learned here? Hi, Preox. Sorry, I got tears in my eyes right now. I can barely breathe. Oh God, man, you missed one day of streaming, chat. Let me tell you, viewership takes a hit. That's why streamers never quit. It just sucks I got sick as soon as we started getting massive viewership, you know? Oh, well. It kind of relates to how object-oriented programming works, best practice and such. Oh. But, like, why? Like, if it's just, like, a visual thing so it's easier to read, like the way we name variables, then, you know, for me, it's easier to read, you know, 0.render, the texture we're loading, you know? Even though we are doing kind of object-oriented programming, right? Like, this is a method of a object we created in a class, right? This is a class. Oh no, this is a struct. Wait, what's mRenderer? Yeah, okay, it's a struct we made, and then this is an object we made under that struct, which was ironically another struct. Struct squared. And then this is an SDL texture, which is also a struct. So basically, we're using a class object method as a function calling a struct struct, and a struct. Damn. Based. But I feel like that's a lot of object-oriented stuff. You can do static function texture grab texture, or you can use image load texture inside construct, which is this. Inside construct, or you can use grab texture method to set texture. There are many ways to do the same thing with various pros and cons. Texture grab texture. This. Or you can use load texture inside of a construct. Oh, so you're saying I'm kind of just doing everything together, but badly, right? So I should just be picking one or the other. Either I have a separate grab texture function that is independent of the class, and then just use it for all textures in the program, which I probably will do. Or keep it in the main program, but instead of calling the image load texture shit here, just make it like part of the rendering process or something. But instead, this is a class specific method using a very generic function that can fit outside of the class to do this. Okay, I kind of get it. Where I'm just overly, not organizing, but I'm overly specific in where I put the functions and methods. Instead of just making this a method, I should just make it a full-on function. Kind of makes sense. Bool button, class method, grab texture, texture, image load is one way to do it. So you're saying this is correct, this is correct, but instead of calling the renderer, which we have to have, you're saying what are you saying? So you're saying this should be equal instead of its own texture to call, that you want to make that equal to this value, which is going to end up being a pointer. Oh, I do kind of see the monotony there. When we make a pointer for SDL texture, make it equal to this function, which is just using an SDL texture to kind of transfer back. So you're saying this shouldn't even go in a function, it should just go like up here and just load it. I guess that is true. What is the difference between image load texture and just grabbing the texture? Why would I even do this? Why don't I just call? Why don't I just do that? Did I spell that wrong? Because this will work just fine, right? Oh. So this is monotonous. Oh. Why did I have that function here? The original purpose of it was to create a surface, load the texture to the surface, delete the surface, right? It was the old way of doing things. But I guess if we already have an image load texture function, either way, you need to have member variables for texture, SDL texture pointer, texture underscore. Oh shit. Oh, see. Oh. Yeah, I see. Okay, programming's too much. I can't take it. Oh, flashbang. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's too bright, chat. Chat, what do sick people on stream do? What do all the cool kids do on stream? What's everybody doing right now? Diablo 4, Final Fantasy 7 speedrun, Elden Ring, Resident Evil 2, Mario Party 3, Art, Diablo 4, Path of Exile, Diablo 4, Pow World. Chat, I can't just end stream again. I'm gonna kill I'm gonna kill whatever viewership I have built up. Drink water, get rest. Chat, you don't understand how much like not streaming kills viewership. You guys have no idea. Like me not streaming for a day already got us from 25 average viewers to like 13 today, 10, right? Like obviously we've been only streaming for an hour, so it's not really fair, but I guess we'll keep streaming. I just don't know what I want to do because I don't want to program. I don't even want to think. Maybe what we should do is play Path of Exile because I have a hardcore solo self-found character and I don't know. I feel like we should do it, you know? I don't even want to call this a programming stream. That's not really fair. We'll call it Hardcore HCSSF Sick Stream. Ugh. There. New title of the stream. We're changing game. We're going off-road. We're going old school, okay? Oh, hardcore character, perfect to play while not thinking. Tease. Well, we're campaigning. The campaign is not thinking, all right? Oh, finally a video game. Oh my goodness. Man, we haven't even played a video game on stream in like 3 weeks. Can you believe that? Okay, hold on. I need to make myself smaller here. You guys can actually see the model I bought. There we go. So this is my character. His name is Gary the Hardcore Boy, and he is a volcanic, what is it? Volcanic fissure of snaking character, okay? So this is volcanic fissure of snaking. Mathel just made a build on it, but he went elementalist. We're going HCSSF melee as a, oh, I'm not even a juggernaut yet, as a juggernaut, and we're gonna go pseudo crit. We're gonna have crit available because we're going the accuracy node probably. And yeah, we'll go iron reflexes, unwavering stance, yada yada yada. My accuracy is currently 76%, kind of a problem. What was I doing? Oh, end of Act 2, base. You appear to be on fire. I am on fire, baby. Yeah, this is the character. Currently have shield charge. I don't plan to be a two-handed character forever, but it's just kind of the weapon I got. And this is volcanic fissure of snaking. Pretty cool. There we go. Do you have precision on? No. Do I even have a green socket? Yes. Fuck. Listen, chat, it's been a long day, all right? Give me a bit of a break. Purchase. Precision. I don't have enough dex. Although I guess I could drop Arukatiki. Doesn't really matter, does it? Wait, I have a dex amulet. No, I don't. Fuck. Yeah, so this, God, I don't even want to talk. This character's fun. I like Path of Exile a lot. I've visited New Zealand in support of the game, so there you go. How do I not have any orbs of transmutation? Jesus. Int is great. Max mana is okay. Probably good here. There we go. I'm not gonna have enough for it, but I can turn off like the banner or something. Oh, I will have enough. Sweet. I think. So yeah, Volcanic Fissure is pretty dang fun. OOT basics, which is really difficult to explain in Twitch chat. Everyone already knows OOP basics. It's not that exciting to watch you learn OOP from a dumbass like me. I think you should learn OOP off stream and use a tutorial or something. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. People just want to see the game development, which I get. I totally get it. SDL stuff will probably get you more viewers. Yeah, maybe we should just move straight to collision. That makes sense. This skill's pretty fun, like surprisingly so. I didn't think I would enjoy it, but there you go. Turn off Defiance Banner. I don't know how much you can call it really melee, but the snaking one should be a lot better because we're not scaling projectiles at all on this build. Whereas when we have snaking, it'll actually like clear things and it's just better. I like learning. You'll never stop learning new stuff, especially in C++. Is this the game featured in the TFT drama? Yeah, TFT drama's a thing. I don't know. I stopped caring about TFT at all when harvest changes happened, but apparently people really want to buy, you know, 4,000 essences. Like, you would think the easy way to solve this would just be use the official forums and then just have GGG implement like a vouching feature or something. Because they can track successful trades way easier than the user base can, you know? I think that would be an easy way to solve it. Plus it gets people on the main site, yada yada. I like learning. You'll never stop learning. Yeah. We can learn SDL stuff on stream. That's pretty fun. The collision ones I'm imagining is going to be pretty popular, but we'll get there when we get there. Chat, how am I taking every wrong direction in this goddamn... I hate Ancient Pyramid. It's not even the map Ancient Pyramid. It's just this like layout shit. It's like in Ziri's Temple. Ugh. 100% increased damage, based. Yeah, but the forums do suck for trading, and GG seems very against a system like that. I don't know. If you need 4,000 essences, I mean, shit. Is there a better way? So that 100% increased damage is massive. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets nerfed. Having 100% increased damage for basically free is kind of wild. And I say it's free because, I mean, Jesus. These give you a 30% chance to ignite. So as long as they're ignited, you get 100% increased damage and you get covered in ash. I feel like the 100% increased damage is going to get nerfed. It's so strong. You know what it should be? I'm trying not to sneeze so bad right now. It should be crit strikes don't inherently ignite. Get 1% increased damage with hits against ignited enemies per level. I think that would be fair. It's pretty strong, yeah. I think it's too strong. Like, it feels like, I don't know, is there a single fire build in all of the game that does not take that besides ignite builds? Like, every single on-hit fire build uses that. And did that need a buff? Does Molten Strike need a buff? Like, if anything, I'd almost want it to be the opposite. Crit strikes do not inherently ignite. Do 100% increased damage with ignite. Like, I would like that. Then again, does ignite need a buff? Are there any crit ignite builds out there? Probably not. Ooh, I know. You can only apply ignites via crit. They do 100% increased damage. Maybe that's the way to go. Force people to go crit. The only reason it's not more talked about is that fire builds are poopy doo-doo. I don't know. This build's alright. It's not the best build ever, but who expects it to be, you know? I hope there's not lag on the screen because we don't have the direct PoE capture. I hope that's not annoying. Oh, then again, it's probably a bad day to play Path of Exile because everyone's on Diablo 4 right now. Oh, well. Damage is looking okay, actually. This is like baby's first DPS test, and I feel like, damage is looking pretty all right. Like, this boss used to be a lot easier before they buffed his HP, but as is, it's reasonable. I'm out of mana. Ow. 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 Oh, I hate being out of mana. Cole! Cole! Okay. Woo-hoo. Little scary, little scary. Hold on. Kind of want these because we're going to be changing weapons if we find a good one. We found jack shit. Not a better chest. That's kind of nice. Missing a blue socket though. Ooh, actually, that's really good. I can drop the weapon finally. Jesus. We lose combustion, but Jesus, who gives a shit? All right, sweet. This is a C++. Chat, what happened? We're playing video games because I can barely think right now. Chat. Ugh, I hate being sick so much. I hate it. It's so not fun, dude. I hate it because it's just like, I feel so unproductive. Like, I called in from sick from work today, and it's like, today was the day we were actually busy, so I felt like an asshole. Just unbelievable, chat. I wish I had a movement skill. Chat, what is this music? Holy shit. Zen AF. Oh, I see. You were sick yesterday, so you couldn't stream. Dude, yesterday was like rough, but like today was so much worse. Easy, buddy. This is still an Act 2. I thought Volcanic Fissure was good as well. Well, we're not using Volcanic Fissure. We're using Volcanic Fissure of snaking. You know, it's different. Let's be fair here. Volcanic Fissure of snaking is more, I don't know. It just looks like it's way better. You know, not better. Well, if you're not scaling projectiles, I think it might actually be better. You get twice the AoE. It like spawns 3 AoEs, so you can like farm from really far away. It's just like bosses are from a distance. I don't know. It just feels like it's just a better skill. It can hit the same enemy twice. Like if you're not scaling projectiles, like why not? You know? Oh, chat. Imagine being named Grimstink? Grimestank? Ugh. Chat, I was kind of excited for Pal Worlds until I saw the game and I'm like, wow, I'm old. I feel like I just missed the Fortnite train, man. I don't know what it was. I just never got into Fortnite. To be fair, I've never tried it, but like, I don't know. I'd rather just play League of Legends personally. Oh, did you guys see Legends of Runeterra is getting fucked? The League of Legends card game? Riot Games is doing what much of the industry is doing right now, which is firing people. And recently they picked up a habit of firing 10% of their workforce. Huge severance packages, but still. But one of the games that they're changing courses on is Legends of Runeterra. It's getting like the final 1 or 2 DLCs, and then that's it. It is in maintenance mode, which is kind of cool. You see like the end of a card game. Like Hearthstone is still being sort of developed. Angus the boss, what the fuck? How's it going? Welcome to the I'm too sick to think about programming stream. So we're playing HCSSF Path of Exile, which makes me paranoid out of my mind. Chad, I think I'm too neurotic to enjoy hardcore. I'm so stressed about dying that I just like am starting to not care, but if I not care, I die, which is permanent. Poleaxe, kind of important. Hold on. Fuck that. Fuck that. Poleaxe. Be good. Be good. Oh! I mean, it is technically better, but not by much. Not enough to swap out those things anyway. I need gloves with red sockets. Can I just swap these? What do I lose? Int? Don't need it. Sweet. Okay, precision goes there. Combustion goes there. Defiance banner, vitality, polearm. Sweet! Ooh, and my weapon changes. That's cute. Oh, I can't use it! Oh shit, I'm a dumbass! Okay, there we go. Okay, wow. Wait, I thought volcanic fissure could use axes. Am I dumb? Axe, mace, scepter. Two-handed axe. Wait, why couldn't I use this? Skill can't be used. Oh, I'm using shockwave like a dumbass. Chat, why am I using shockwave? Okay, well, I guess we'll just put it on with combustion. Sweet. Hey, it's me again. It turns out that VTuber models are stupidly expensive. Art class as it is. Simone! Hi, it's been a while. Sorry, I'm blowing my nose off mic. I should get back into software dev so I can get fired. Yeah, apparently game development's going through a bit of a hassle right now, but that's most of the tech industry. It'll find equilibrium, chat. People just got a little bit too zealous with pandemic income, which is fine. The streaming, it happened the same way. Like streaming, if streaming had a workforce, we'd be already laying off like 25% of the workforce, chat. There's a lot less streamers than there were 2 years ago, you know? Which is sort of funny. I started streaming in late 2021, which is when the decline like started. Anyone have any insider info of which companies are firing soon so I can get my juicy severance? I don't know, man. Riot Games had the best severance, I think. Riot Games had an incredible severance. 6 months pay immediately. You get health insurance the entire time. If you don't find a job, you continue the health insurance, I think. Like, there was a lot of benefits to that. And it's like, you know what? That's not bad. And then people are joking around like, yeah, let me get fired there. Jesus. Oh, can I talk about the business I worked at because they declared bankruptcy? Have I told you guys about that? I used to work at a company called Rite Aid, which has since declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is hilarious. I can talk about their business now because they don't exist. Or if they do, it's like the same way Blockbuster exists, which is like local shit, you know? I used to work for a company called Rite Aid for about 9 years. I worked as a pharmacy tech there before I went to flight school in Arizona. And I've always referenced them just generically, and people always think I'm talking about Walgreens. I actually worked at Rite Aid for a long time. And they've declared Chapter 11. Like, the store I worked at's completely shut down now. It was so sad. Well, not sad. I hated that. Chat, I didn't even hate the company. I hated the people who never, ever, ever asked us, dude, we can fix this company. Please, just like, listen to us. And they never did. And now they're fucked. Is that the job you dropped out of college for? At Rite Aid? Yes, I did. I was not in the best financial situation, and I did not qualify for financial aid. So, well, back then, chat, you have to understand, I went to college in 2011, right after I graduated high school. So yeah, 2011. And back then, financial aid is not as ubiquitous as it is nowadays. So I didn't have enough money to actually continue college. So I had to work at the same time. And it was a lot to balance work and a full-time college schedule. So I just dropped out of college. I didn't flunk or anything, but, well, my final semester I did because I just dated women the whole time. But we don't talk about that, Chad. That was a different time, all right? It was a different Gary, okay? Chat, how do I get to this fucking... What is this map? Chat, I hate Act 3. Give me to, like, act, like... maps, all right? That's what I want. Act maps. Damage is looking mid. HP is kind of getting to be a problem, to be fair. Ugh. What's my lightning resist? 50? That's okay. What major did you learn in college? None. But when I was there, I was into English literature. English literature and history was my choice of prereqs for what little I did. By little, I mean like a year and a half. Are you gonna get some of that sweet student loan forgiveness? Fuck no, I'm not. Oh shit, Chad, you think I took out federal loans? Buddy, when I went to flight school, that shit was signed to Sally Mae. They don't do student loans. They do private loans, and that shit is treated like a student loan. I can't declare bankruptcy on it. But boy, oh boy, do they want a cosigner, and it's treated like a student loan in every way, except it's not called a student loan. Dude, that's something that's gonna get talked about one day. So Sally Mae is not allowed to give student loans like that are federally insured anymore. So instead they just give student loans that aren't federally insured. And now, fuck me if I'm not like having to pay that shit off. The stream has helped, but that's about it. Gary, why are you chasing that flaming guy with the axe around? Cause he fuck him. That's why. I wanna kill him. He's experienced, okay? He's like, imagine if this game is like, your main character is like the CEO of a major company, and every monster around you is like the new guy on the block, okay? You need to kill them. You need to destroy them, or you summon them as a specter and buy them out. There's no in between, okay? Chat, I think we're using Infernal Cry on this build, right? Like, we're not using any other war cry, right? We should pick up Determination right now and just level it up. Or we go Anger and just say, fuck the enemy. I kind of want to do that. What better defense than by killing everyone faster than you? What an amazing system. Welcome to America, motherfuckers. Chat, why do I talk to that dude? This guy, this little Grigor here, this guy is decrepit and shit. He has one purpose and one person only. Give you one skill point book when you kill Piety. I don't know why I talk to that dude every time I go back to the goddamn game. Jesus, every time I come back to town, he has something to say and I get fucked up. I should probably keep that. Knowing me, I'm probably just gonna insta fucking die. I kind of want to keep Shockwave though. I can come back for it later. Looking for a one-handed weapon would be ideal. If only I had 3 orbs of alchemy. Fire damage, no. Oh well. Whenever we find a one-handed mace like this on the ground, that would be pretty dang nice, dude. Grigor is going to be a boss in PoE 2, mark my words. Is PoE 2 not out yet? PoE 2 beta is coming in 5 months, and PoE 2 proper probably this December. I would bet like December 13th or something, like early December. That's like my current estimation of when this game comes out. Where was the sewers? Was it up here? There it is. The amount of times I had to watch a presentation about the history of student loans? Not like this! You should get the Wildwood Ascendancy for resistances or HP. Oh yeah! That kind of matters, doesn't it? I'm kind of scared, chat. Like, do I really want to do that right now? Like, it's so scary. Fine. All right, chat, this one's on you. What's that? Wait, what's this? The fuck is that orb? Wait, that's new, right? What the fuck was that room? Okay, I don't really want speckles and shit. I just want to find the guy. Did they ever nerf this shit? Because I am so scared, dude. I'm so scared being in this area. It's like, because like there's one corpse. We are one corpse explosion away of getting fucked, you know? Like that. What the fuck? Ah! Chat, I don't have corpse explosion. Okay, hold on. Fuck Herald of Ash. No, keep Herald of Ash. I was about to say fuck Herald of Ash, turn on anger, but whatever. Oh, wow. Oh, it's Warring Sisters. Mwah. I thought it was the lady, and I was like, that was easy. They nerfed HP, they nerfed damage. You can insert the Wildwood and reset instance until you find the dude. Yeah, we could. I guess it doesn't hurt to overlevel a little. It just feels kind of cheesy. It's like playing Pokemon and just overleveling minions. It's like, that's not the point, right? The point of Pokemon is to fucking go into the gym in your Ironmon. Chad, I want to play the new Pokemon Ironmon. I want to do the new generation. Because they have, we did the first Pokemon Ironmon. And what did we do? It was, chat, what was our fucking Pokemon? Which one did we get really far with? Was it a Skarmory? I think it was a Skarmory. No, the rival had a Skarmory, and that fucked my shit up. I had somebody else, but it was really, really good typing. Anyway, we did Pokemon Red. Kingdra. Oh, that's right. It had incredible typing. We had a Kingdra with Swift Swim. That's right. And it got us the farthest we ever gotten. I kind of want to play the new Ironmon, which is going to be harder, but they have the physical special split that generation. And who doesn't love that, you know? Uh-oh, I'm dead. Oh, who needs a logout macro? Get fucked, chat. Oh, who needs a logout macro? Oh, get out of here with your shitty goddamn corpse explosion. Easy game, chat, easy game. Not even close. Man, I should do the Mathla version of hardcore where I just never log out. The physical special spit was so good. Yeah, and it's gonna be like a lot more fun. The problem is I know jack shit about that game. Like, I didn't know Pokemon Red. I know way less about the sequel. So maybe I'll watch like a video or something where it's like, where do you go? Where's all the secrets? Yada, yada, yada. And then just go through all that experience and then stream it, you know? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, maybe we'd go through that. Oh, Chad, I want a shield. Why did I get shield charge? I mean, I do like shield charge a lot, but still. These all just need level 29, 8. Okay. Are we over leveled? Yeah, we're about on track. We do have a lot of damage, but it's just, it's only if it kicks in after 2 seconds where we cover everybody in ash around us. That's when we have the damage. The game is pretty linear. Okay, well, don't underestimate me to not know what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, we could definitely do another Ironmon. It's gonna have negative viewership, hence why today we have 10 viewers playing Path of Exile. But you know what? Fuck it. Sometimes you gotta do things that are fun, chat. And as fun as programming is, just saying. I wonder if I could make a program that handles a lot of the background of Ironmon, because I find myself like fucking around with like file organization. I don't know if C++ is good for that though. I kind of want to make like an app that kind of takes care of a lot of the background stuff for Ironmon. I guess that would be like a fun project to do in C++. I don't know if I would want to make an app like that in C++ though, because the whole point of us learning C++ is that we're going to make a game, right? Make games, plural, and do like game dev stuff. But I feel like, I don't know, working on apps is like software engineering stuff. It's really not that interesting to me. I'm just in it for the games, man. If I wanted to just make apps, I would learn Python or something. Like, the whole point of video game programming is that you want to be super efficient with your memory and know what you're doing with it, and that's why C++ is so valuable. What is this zone? All right, we should do this. Okay, next level we get huge fire pen. Didn't somebody discover like the whole map for this? It was like a bug or something, right? You can see the whole map and it's the same map every time. You just start in different spots. It's kind of based. Okay, this is the one I wanted, right? I don't need tinctures on this build, right? I didn't even think about this yet, chat. Hold on. I didn't even think about this. Am I really choosing this character? Tinctures. I'm not gonna, we're not in trade though. I can't just buy. Whoa, you play games? Hey, Fonzie. When I'm sick. I guess the knapsack is really fun in SSF, isn't it? Oh, wait, I can do this. Oh, wait, hold on, what do you have? 5% strength, 1% of damage taken from hits. Oh, that's pretty good. Am I doing SSF strength stacking? Wait, chat, what are you doing up there? I need to put you down there. Hold on. Chat, move down there. There you go, that's cleaner. You want the Magi? The blood one? Nah. Nah. Redeem ghosts, not now. Chance to buffs granted by golems. Damn. Wow, if I did the elementalist version of this build, Mathel's build, that would actually be great. I think we're gonna go for the strength stacking one. Plus I use totems, so I guess it's like 1% damage reduction. How much did I need for it? 500? Ow. Okay, that's enough. Okay, this build is carried, by the way, by the fire masteries. Holy shit. Ah, 590. Not based. Oh my god. Here we go. Lava Lash, baby. Has Gary thrown a psycho take about TFT drama yet? No, fuck him. DC, what's up? Hello. How's it going, chat? Sorry, it's been a while since I've seen some of you. Did a lot of programming the last 3 weeks. Let me tell you, learned a lot. As far as programming goes, we're gonna make a Toho game probably over the next 2 weeks. Once we make the Toho game, we'll kind of ease up a bit on only programming, you know? The thing is just it gets me so many viewers and it's fun. So it's like it's such a good combination, you know? It's like like I'm getting like 20-25 viewers a stream programming, which is wild. Oh yeah, no, I said hold on, Gary, don't be putting words in my tongue. I said the best solution in the end is probably gonna be GGG, like making the trade forums able to like do like trading, but they'll do like a voucher system, you know? So because really, what is TFT besides PoE trading with a voucher system, you know? Like if you need to buy 4,000 essences. I think that's how they're going to solve it ultimately. I think that's what they're going to have to do. I mean, people said they would never have a trade system, and now they do, so, you know, doesn't seem that bad. Sweet. I want that topaz flask? Probably not, right? We're a juggernaut. We don't need shit. Emo goober? No, sick goober. I am so tired, chat. The only reason we're not programming today is because I can't think, you know? That's really the main reason. It's just I'm so like tired and delirious, and we had to cancel stream yesterday, and then I felt bad. I don't know. Whatever, chat. Nowhere to go but up, you know? But yeah, we're gonna make a Toho game. That's pretty fun. That's a 4-link. Plus, I'm learning a lot of the C++ shit is actually not that hard. It's really just syntax, which is good news. Chat, I'll have you know, when we made Click the Banana, that shit was fire, all right? I'm proud of that. Man, chat, I am like speed, all right? I am like the blue blur. I level so fast in this game. I do want my skill up first. Do you mean a shoot 'em up or a Toho themed game? Toho themed game in the sense of a shoot 'em top down thing, and not in the weep sense. But anyway, I thought about doing the I thought about calling it like Cass and Gary, where like the main character would just be me and Casavia on a cat. What's my slash played? Listen, I know my fat head's in the way. Hold on, that's not bad. That's not bad, chat. Hold on. Where's Ghost? Somebody redeemed that anyway. Fuck. Whatever. It's 2 hours, 28 minutes. And I feel like middle of Act 3 for Hardcore HCSSF, I feel like that's not bad. All right. Oh, chat, I got to give up a 13 strength, 40 life chest. Oh, well. Do I need to recolor this? Yes. I need 3 red, 1 blue. Do I care to recolor it? I could keep faster attacks on it. I'm not using a travel skill right now. I guess that's fine. We don't have another... Yeah, let's recolor it once. No. Whatever. Oh, chat, I can't wait till PoE 2. Okay. Added fire. Faster attacks. I need... Don't I have a thing somewhere? Don't I have like a thing? Okay, vitality. Fuck anger. I'm never gonna use that. Defiance banner. I thought I had a dude. Oh well. Let's come up here, pick up our Hardy node, and then we'll combine that with the Juggernaut regen node. I thought I had another red gem besides Shockwave, but okay. Because I can't use Shockwave because we have an axe right now. Damage on full life, close combat, Shockwave, rage. LA damage with attacks, I guess? Or melee fizz. It's gotta be melee fizz, right? Because I'm doing full fire conversion. Alright. So we are now much, much, much stronger than we were a second ago. That's pretty normal, you right? Ah! But yeah, we're gonna make a Toho game, and I thought about calling it Cass and Gary, where we have that fan art made by Casavia, right? Or commissioned by Casavia. And I was like, you know what, that's cute. Let's just make a small little game based off of it. So I think we're gonna have a game where I draw me and Casavia on the cat with like a rainbow trail behind me. And we go up and we kill something. I don't know. My loose idea of how I want the game to be is that Because we're getting to the point now, because of Click the Banana, I'm now more confident. I think I can make a Toho game not that difficultly, right? It's a pretty easy game to like set up. It just takes time. So what I'm thinking is that we make like a 3-boss game. It's like what do you call that Titan killing game? Shadow of the Colossus, where there's like no shitty small enemies you just burn your way through. It's just like one boss at a time. And I'm thinking, because, you know, it's game as an art. It's not just a celebration of mechanics. You need like something hearty behind it. You need a little empathy behind it. I'm thinking that I want different figures who would have told you that something like VTubing is a waste of time, and then your job is to like shoot them down, right? So you have like maybe like a teacher or something say like, is this the best use of your time? Yada yada. And then I don't know, we can make it like a little emotional, you know? I think there's something there, you know? Do I want any of these essences? Do I even... Chat, we actually got the golden hand. Wait, this isn't golden hand. This is nothing, actually. We just did this for the lab. Chat, the more I use volcanic fissure, the more I think I like it more than Sunder. It feels really good to just throw one out and then something else dies, like just across the screen, because it goes so far. That's why I can't wait until we get snaking, because I want to be able to throw it out and then like something way off screen dying, you know? Boss Rush Gradius is a pretty fun concept. Yeah. I mean, a video game is only as good. I mean, what's that? Oh man, who said that? Somebody really wise once said that like behind every great product is like a lesson in empathy or something. And I feel like, damn, that is kind of true. So I feel like when we make this game, it can't just be fun. It needs to have like an element of like, ah, oh, made you think, didn't it? But like, there's a very thin line between that made you think and I'm 14 and this is deep. And it's just like, it's such a fine line. Oh my God, I miss crematorium. It's okay. It's okay. I think I got the waypoint. That is a much better ring. Holy shit. I don't know if I can drop this though. Fuck. This? Okay, fine. It's better. We lose a little attack speed, but I'd rather hit way harder. But yeah, something like that I think would be pretty interesting. I think that that's what I want to make. Because it's like, the great thing about the Toho game is like, it's a good lesson in everything I've learned so far in SDL and C++ and everything, that like, I think I could make it. The downside is I need to start making art if I do, but whatever, we can get there. No worries. Plus, I have the added advantage of all the stream templates I don't use. In fact, I might be able to get away with using some of the templates you guys never see as like art for the game. I bet I could do that. Because we're both green, and it's a little slime related, but not that much. So I feel like I can get away with it. Especially because it's a Toho game where like 2/3 of the screen isn't the game, you know? Which is intended, right? It's not a game that you want to play on a full screen. Otherwise, it's just way too much movement. Otherwise, you end up in a world where like, oh, what's that top-down shooter you have on Steam? That's like a space game, and it's like you have a million powers that like mix and match. It's almost like that game. That's why you need to have it vertical. Oh, well, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I think 3 bosses would be plenty. And hey, if people love it, then put that shit up on on Kickstarter, and if I get paid, I don't know. I'll say $50,000. For $50,000, I would make a full game and commission all the art and shit. I don't know. I could see it. Nova Drift, thank you. Wow, you remembered that? There's the... Okay, sweet. Yeah, Nova Drift is pretty sweet. I like Nova Drift a lot. Why did I stop playing that game? You know what it was? Is the game started to feel a little bit samey, and I don't like the draft mode. That's what it was. Because I had to replay the game from start every time. And it's like, oh, this is going to start feeling the same, yada yada. What did the author mean when he made the boss have giant titties? Exactly. Exactly. And then maybe at the end of the game, because we're defeating all the people who tell us VTubing is bad for us, maybe I can be like, wow, maybe it was bad for us. I don't know. I bet we could do something. I bet we can make it a little bit memorable. Because, like, what's the point of making a video game if you're just gonna... Wow, that's a good jewel. Gotta remember that. I need the int somewhere, so that's nice that it's on a jewel. Maybe I'll even exalt that. No. If it had life, it would be great, but I don't know if that's worth exalting. I feel like when you make video games, though, if you're not willing to, you know, if you're not willing to be artistic with it, like, what's the point, you know? I don't know how much I really like video games that are like, hey, here's a cool game mechanic and that's the game. Like, as much as I like Tiny Rogues, you know, that's not going on anyone's top 10 list, you know? It's a fun little experience, but there's no sticking power to it, you know? It's like, oh, that's a cool game. Next. Like, Elden Ring has sticking power. It has no story to speak of. Its story, I would argue, is actually not that good. But I feel like the gameplay gives it sticking power. It's not just a simple mechanic. It's an experience of being, like, downtrodden in a world. Yeah, okay, I could buy that. But I wasn't the biggest fan of Elden Ring anyway, so... But to be fair, I don't really like most of the Dark Souls series, so, you know, whatevs. I don't know how much I should be steel manning it here. Oh, I can't wait for a travel skill. I do want that shield, actually. Oh, please be good. Okay, good shield. Decent shield. Life, double resist, evasion. Elden Ring story is pretty good. It's just not told to you. I disagree. Final Fantasy VII has a great story, and that shit is spelled the fuck out to you, right? There is nothing hidden about that story. The only thing that's hidden is like the Zack storyline, but who gives a shit about Zack? You know, he's like the most forgettable character in the world. That's actually part of the reason I don't really like Remake, is that Zack is now this ultra... It's like the Star Wars series making Darth Vader like the single most important character in all of like Star Wars universe with the prequels. I feel like it's the same way with the Final Fantasy VII Remake, whereas previously Zack was just some guy. It was like Cloud has a flashback where like you see some guy with you on the way to Midgar, and it's just like the origin of the Buster Sword. He was a soldier who helped you, and then he died in some gutter, shot down by like some dumbass Shinra soldiers, and he's just forgotten for all time, and that's it. Oh, and by the way, he was Aerith's like boyfriend, you know? And that's it. That's all that's ever mentioned, you know? And a little hint here and there with like Aerith's parents and all that, but like who pays attention to that? But like, that's it. And that's like, you know what? That's nice. It's like a nice little plus story if you're like really into the lore. It's like Vincent and Lucretia, you know? Like, if you're not a fan of Final Fantasy VII, you have no idea who Lucretia even is. Even though it like explains... Lucretia is Sephiroth's mother, by the way. Because Sephiroth's parents... I don't know if you guys even know this. Sephiroth's parents is not Genova. It's Lucretia and Professor Hojo. Not many people know that. And then we're going to get our regen nodes, because that's going to be the first thing we get as Juggernaut, is the regen node. It's funny, I played hundreds of hours of Tiny Rogues. I played Elden Ring for about 10 different games for different gamers. I like Tiny Rogues because it has a fun mechanic, but I would never, ever, ever call that a memorable video game. It's just like, oh, that's cute, and then move on. It's not making a statement about, like, you know, trial and error. It's not making a statement about, like, you know, ramming your head at something until you accomplish something. It's just like, here's a fun little game mechanic, you know, have fun, you know? Although, to be fair, you could say the same thing about Path of Exile, so maybe PoE 2 will change that. Maybe we'll actually have a story more than, like, you're the monster all along. Oh, I hate tri-cursors! God, it's like fighting that dumbass Act 4 boss all the time. Oh, there's the spool. I'm a dumbass. Didn't even see it. Some people play games for fun. Yeah, some people watch movies for fun. Doesn't mean that when you make a movie, you should just make a movie for fun. It should be, like, worth something, you know? When the Beatles made music, they could have just made I Want to Hold Your Hand a million times and just retired on their laurels, but they didn't. They wanted to say something. They wanted to be experimental. I think that's the same way you should be when you do creative things. You know, when you make music, are you really just gonna, like, you know, make music for people to just, like, I don't know, have an occasional dance to? Don't you want to, like, do something? What statement does PoE make? Technically, the statement is you are the monster, and by playing the game and having fun, you're being more of a monster and you're only making things worse. I'm not saying it's a good message, or even if it's that interesting, but that is what it is, you know? That is a 42 life, 7% attack speed ring. I should keep that. What tier of life is that? Tier 4? I can't drop this ring either because it has 8 int, which is what I need to equip my shit. Maybe I should get that jewel first. What can I drop? Oh, you know what? Here. Pick up this 30 int node. We're gonna need him at some point anyway. Our build uses a lot of int. So drop this ring. Fuck that. What? Precision? Oh my god. Fucking precision. Okay, whatever. Drop the ring. What are we at? 775 life in Act 3? We could pick up a lot of life notes here soon. I care about the mechanics. Story in games don't do it for me at all. Well, the game can have a story through mechanics like Undertale. Like, Undertale is an incredible video game, you know? That game teaches you everything about its world through its mechanics. Where, like, the heart piece that you control is like the manifestation of your soul in this world. And it's you, right? So when you're at the end of the game and your heart splits apart, and then the heart combines and it's like, but it refused? Like, that's a very powerful moment, you know? Like, I think Undertale is a great example of, like, game mechanics teaching empathy almost. But to be fair, the dialogue does carry that game, so I don't know how fair that actually is, or if I'm just reading too much into it. Dungreed is definitely my top 10 games. I've never played Dungreed. I wouldn't know. Some people's top movies can be fun without a deep point. Well, yeah, I mean, it can. I just would never be interested in, like, anything they have to say about movies then. Like, if you want to call Transformers the greatest movie of all time, like, nobody's stopping you from doing it. You can do it. I just don't have to listen to it, you know? So vice versa, right? Like, I like things that make you think and feel and come away with something. Like, my favorite movie is The Mist, you know? The Mist is absolutely a movie where you get your, you know, it's you come away with a really bad feeling about, like, people and yourself, because the main character does everything you would do because you're, like, a smart person and you're intelligent, and he ends up making a bad decision even though it was the correct decision at the time, and it's just like, it makes you feel kind of gross about yourself. I don't know. I really like that movie. Fuck it. Spoilers. So at the end of the movie of The Mist, right, the main character kills his son because he doesn't want him to experience the horrors of the mist. And then at the very end, it's like, oh, humanity is saved and he killed his son for no reason, right? I love that ending. It is so good. Just look it up on YouTube. It's like a 1 minute scene, you know? Yeah, it's like a 1 minute scene. I would recommend it. But like, if I put that in like my top 10 movies, I wouldn't expect somebody who disagrees with it to be like, oh, so I'm going to listen to it forever. Like, I understand people are going to do like the same thing to me, where it's like, I don't want to listen to you. I just want to watch movies where like football players like kill each other on the field, like Gridiron Gang. That's my favorite movie. It's like, okay, based. I just, you know, won't listen to you. Same thing with video games, you know, like I'm never going to put Path of Exile in like my top 5 video games, even though it would get like an honorable mention because I love it. I love the mechanics of it. I just wouldn't put it in my top 5 because it doesn't teach you anything, you know? Whereas like Outer Wilds teaches you something, and that game is like, holy shit, that's a great video game. That has a lot of dialogue, a lot of cutscenes. Fuck, I don't have Flame Dash. Yeah, but the point is not every game needs a story. I mean, I like games with stories a lot. I don't know. I like games with stories because it means you have to end the fucking story, you know? I feel like with games without a story end up feeling kind of very fleeting to me, and they don't feel rooted in reality. And it's very like, the ending is what you make it to be. Like Breath of the Wild has a story, and that game is driven by mechanics, but it still attempts to end the story, which I respect a lot. Nowadays, if you have an ending to the video game and the developers are like, this is it, this is the ending, there is going to be no more game, this is all you get, I have a huge amount of respect for that, even if I disagree with it. Also, way off topic, did you guys see the newest Linus Tech Tips video where they rip on city skylines more than anyone else I've ever seen? Hold on, I'll show you guys on stream. Fuck, I don't have a waypoint. Whatever. I'm tired anyway. Okay, guys, oh my God, I loved this moment. I loved being vindicated for all of my suffering. Where is it? The 96 core Threadripper, right? Hold on. Where's my game?
Fun. What do you want to do first?
I want to play City Skylines too.
Okay, so they're about to test the 96 core CPU. You're overclocking it. You're like making it negative temperature. You're like deep cooling it. All right, what's the game we're gonna test this on?
We promised fun. What do you want to do first?
I want to play City Skylines too.
Of course. To do.
All of you guys know that this game is very difficult to run.
Demanding.
We have a 1 million population city. This was sent to me by Biffa Plays Indie Games.
If we were using the same machine as Biffa, 5800X3D.
5800X3D, 4090, 128 gigs of DDR4 memory. To be fair, I have 128 gigs of DDR5 memory. But what they're saying is my computer would crash with a 1 million population city. So let's see what they do with it.
4090 and 128 gigs of DDR4 memory, our system would simply crash as soon as the level loaded. Whoa, buddy.
96 core CPU, boys.
Holy crap. I mean, it's not running great.
Well, do you want to look at the processes?
Holy crap. They were not kidding when they said this game would use.
Look at the distribution. Look. It has what? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 36, 48, 60, 64 cores, 100% rendering. And then 64 cores. I don't even know how many cores, whatever, 96 core CPU. A third of them 100% rendering, a third of them 0%, a third of them 75%. What is this game's optimization, dude? I see your point, but counter it with a recognition of memorable game experience, not necessarily a deep philosophy or teaching. They could play hand in hand. I mean, if all you want is like deep philosophy or teaching, you would watch the movie Dinner with Andre, that's all it is. It's two characters at a table having like a 90-minute conversation with each other about like their life basically. That's it. And I love that movie. And all that is just talking, right? But in a video game, that would be horrible, you know? Like, you need a game experience if you're going to make a good video game. I agree with you that much. The Whale is one of my favorite movies, but damn, I can't stand some stories in game. I just want to shoot the funny bullets, man. No shame in it. Doesn't mean you can't have a little more depth in your story. What's the deep meaning behind Counter-Strike that makes it so memorable? Does anyone put Counter-Strike in their top 10 video games of all time, even though it's fucking Counter-Strike? Dude, maybe like 20 years ago, but nowadays you have like Valorant and shit, which is just better Counter-Strike. I said it.
Cores you gave it. I have never seen an actual real game use this kind of CPU power. Not even close.
Although it's not all of them.
Yeah.
We should have looked at it when I streamed this, because like I was having issues. I wonder what my CPU looked like, because I have a 24-core CPU. City Skylines, not Counter-Strike, you goober. Oh, what's the deep meaning behind City Skylines that makes it so memorable? The modding behind it. But to be fair, that's not exclusive to City Skylines. It's just that's what it's known for. I would wager many people put Counter-Strike. Like, what if there was a city building game where you, as a politician, have to keep running again and again for leadership in order to be in charge of the city, but the good decisions you made had to be balanced with like corruption choices, and the more good decisions you made, the more your opponents politically would use it against you, and you would have a greater chance of losing the next election. Like, that would be a lesson they could teach you through mechanics. I'm not saying it would be a fun video game, but like that's an example of it. I would wager many people put Counter-Strike in their top games because of experiences they've had with it. But is that the video game, or is that the person with experiences behind it? Is World of Warcraft? I would say World of Warcraft would be an example of it, right? Where there's like an MMO and you're having experiences in the game, but the game facilitates those experiences, right? Counter-Strike doesn't facilitate experiences. It's just something to do with your friends, you know? It's like, it's the same thing with League of Legends, right? Like, League of Legends doesn't facilitate fun experiences. It's just a thing you do with your friends, you know? And MMO is different. You're in the world. There's a lot of shit you can do, like sit down in a chair that have no furtherance of gameplay. It's just for roleplay reasons. But like, you could have something deep in there. Like, how many people like met their spouse in that game? The truth is, we live in a society.
What's up with that? What's up with these ones?
I think it can do 64 cores. Wow. Which is still really impressive.
I mean, unless you don't happen to have a 64-core CPU and you want to build a 1 million population city, then it's a bit of a problem. This is totally running now.
Dude.
Now, though.
Look how stupid this city looks. Okay. Oh, City Skylines 2. I don't know if you guys know this. You guys remember how like way long ago I was like, wow, they don't have modding at launch? I didn't know about this. My dumbass didn't realize. Oh. Oh, they got rid of it. Shit. Hold on. There was a, there's discussion threads on Steam about City Skylines called Word of the Week. And basically, as of January 2024, they're going to be introducing the beta version of Paradox mods and map editing and asset editing at the end of March, which is, I think at that point, going to be 6 months after launch, which is wild. Yeah, dude, City Skylines 2 was a disaster. It's like the most disappointed I've ever seen like a game be launched in a long time. Like, I almost want to say this is in worse shape than Diablo 3 at launch. I don't know. I didn't play Diablo 3, okay, or at least at launch. I don't think I've ever did I play it? I don't remember. It's been so long. But like, I definitely didn't play it at launch, but I did watch Total Biscuit, Press Hard to Continue, and Jesse Cox all like play as a party together, and that game was a disaster, right? But I think this might be worse. Like, City Skylines 2 has had such a rough launch. It's worse shape than the society we live in. A video game is just a vessel. What makes it memorable is what you make out of it, and good gameplay is sometimes enough. Disagree. I mean, are movies just a vessel? Are books just a vessel? I think they can be more than that. I think the difference between a great book and a choose your own adventure book is just a very different experience, you know? Not even a choose your own adventure book, because that can have a lesson. Like the best choose your own adventure book, I don't even know where this would be on the internet, but like the best choose your own adventure book, I'm going to draw a paint here. Flashbang. Oh, I guess it's fine. Is one where you have like the book, right? So this is the book, right? It's like pages, pages, pages. And then like, you know, you start here and then you go here and then you come back here. GGG, Grinding Your Games, came out with one of these books. I have it at Exile and I have it in the room next over. So the best one I have ever seen was in one of these really big choose your own adventure books. There was a page somewhere in the middle of it with no page that directs you to it. And it's just an independent page, right? It was something with a labyrinth. And in that page was the point of the book, which was, you know, it was like you're going off the beaten trail. You know, you're not supposed to find, you know, this page, which was like the summary of the book. And I thought that was such a cool touch that like that experience was more memorable as a book than a lot of other books out there, you know? They didn't have to do that, but they did. That was like an artistic choice. I just thought that was really cool. So I guess all the people that find Tiny Rogues memorable are just wrong. No, they're not wrong. You can find it memorable. It's just, you know, it's not memorable in a way I'm interested in making video games, you know? Like when I make a video game, when I do, because we're going to make the Toho game, bye-bye, Bozo. Fine, you get a little bit of femboy, all right? You get a little bit of femboy, all right? But like when I'm gonna be making a video game, I don't want to make a game with only like a simple game mechanic, you know? I want to do something a little more. I want to do something a little more. I want to have like an artistic touch behind it. And yeah, it may be cheesy, and yeah, it may not be that good, but it's the kind of game I want to make, you know? I feel like games that only focus on like a super specific mechanic is they're a dime a dozen. They're just forgettable to me. And you bet your ass all of my video games are having goddamn endings in them. None of that live service shit. The truth is, it's all entertainment, art even, and it's subjective. There's no true way to objectively be right about it, and claiming it is to be claiming perfection, which is impossible to achieve. In like a philosophical sense, sure, but like, I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And sometimes I'm proven wrong. I didn't know I would have liked Arcane as much as I did. The Riot Games Arcane. I'm not a weeb. Not a huge fan of something being animated, therefore it's better. You know, like I didn't really enjoy Spider-Verse, but I loved Arcane. I didn't know I liked it because it was that good. And that tells me how good that is because it's something I wouldn't normally like connect with. But, you know, I feel like there's a little objectivity there. Like, objectively, Arcane is better than, I don't know, that whatever that Dota cartoon is, which like, you know, nobody talks about and nobody really is relating to, and I thought was kind of mid for like the one episode I saw of it. I don't know. I think there's a little objectivity behind it. If there's not objectivity, then why even improve it though? Like when we say this movie furthers the medium, this video game furthers the medium, what are we furthering if not a measurable, you know, thing? Are we just vaguely saying this game is better than this game? Vaguely. Like there must be some measurable output there, right? Otherwise, why do we even say something furthers video games? Like everyone can agree Final Fantasy VII furthered video games, either in a marketing sense or a story sense or a JRPG into the American West sense. But in some sense, it furthered video games, but it's measurable, right? Like you would always say like, hey, Final Fantasy VII, you know, furthered the art of storytelling in video games or made turn-based combat more fun in a video game. Like there's some artistic goodness in it. In an artistic sense, of course, real quality wise, of course, some things are better than others. Okay. Well, anyway, chat, I'm going to go to sleep. I am so sick and I'm so tired and I just want to program, but I'm like tired. I'm going to go to work tomorrow and hate my life while doing it. Yeah. and we'll be back tomorrow. It's gonna be fun, chat. It's gonna be great. Chat, do I have pink enabled? Oh, I had that enabled the whole time, and I fucked you guys by not having that enabled. Ha ha ha. With numbers, obviously. How are you gonna measure artistic quality? We can have a conversation another time about it. All right, chat, I'm tired. Stop distracting me, all right? Have a good night. Have a good evening. And you know what? Goodbye! I'll see you later, alligators. What? I try to press the exit button when I do that face, and I can't do it. Chat. All right, goodbye. Wait, no, I'm sick.